Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter functions. The lessons we're going to cover today are interpret linear functions, identify linear and nonlinear functions, does xy satisfy the nonlinear function, and evaluate a nonlinear function. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the lesson, that is interpret linear functions. This equation shows how the total number of souvenirs destined by is related to the number of days he spends on the vacation. The equation is S equals 4D. The variable D represents the number of days he spends on vacation, and the variable S represents the number of souvenirs he buys. After 1 day of vacation, how many total souvenirs will Dustin have bought, right? So you're given the equation S equals 4D, right? And you have to calculate after 1 day of vacation how many souvenirs he have. So you have to replace the D equals 1, right? So that would be 4 times 1. That means after 1 day of the vacation, he have 4 souvenirs. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, this equation shows how Lee's calorie consumption is related to the number of snacks she eats. C equals 20S. The variable S represents the number of snacks she eats and the variable C represents the calories she consumes. After eating a total of one snack, how many calories will Lee have consumed in all? The equation is C equals 20S. And you have to calculate after eating one snack. That means S equals 1. Just replace the S with the value C equals 20 times 1, and that is 20 calories. The correct option is 20 calories. This equation shows how the accuracy of Dayton's watch is related to how long it's been since he has last set it. The variable D represents the number of days passed since Dayton last set his watch, and the variable S represents how many seconds behind the watch is. How far the watch is if he last set it 4 days ago. So you are given D equals 4, right? So just replace the value in the equation. So S equals, yes, S equals 13 plus 4, and 13 plus 4 equals 17. That means the watch is behind 17 seconds after 4 days. Got it? The correct option is, the correct option is 17. Okay, let's just move on to next one. This equation shows how the total number of pieces Lacey has learned depends on the number of weeks she has taken piano classes, right? P equals W it is. The variable W represents the number of weeks she has taken piano lessons, and the variable P represents the total number of pieces she has learned. After 11 weeks of piano lessons, how many total pieces will Lacey be able to play? So, which is the correct option? Okay, so you have P equals W. You are given after 11 weeks of lesson, right? That means W equals 11. So just replace the W equals 11 in the equation. So that would be P equals 11, right? The correct option is P equals 11. The correct option is P equals 11 pieces. Okay, the next one is this equation shows how the cost of a corporate team building event depends on the number of attendees. D equals 4A. The variable A represents the number of attendees and the variable D represents the cost in a dollars. If there are 4 attendees, how much will the corporate team building event cost? So, which is the correct option? So, the correct option is you have to replace A with 4 because you have total 4 attendees. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 4 times 4 and that equals $16, right? The correct option is $16. This equation shows how the total number of pieces Halle knows how to sing depends on the number of weeks she has. She takes voice lessons. P equals W plus 3. The variable P, the variable W represents the number of weeks she has taken voice lessons, and the variable P represents the total number of pieces she has learned. After 3 weeks of voice lessons, how many pieces will Halle be able to sing in total? So, which is the correct option? That is P equals W plus 3, right? And you are given you have 3 weeks of voice lessons. So just replace the W with 3. So the correct option is That is 3 plus 3, and the correct option is 6 pieces it is. Okay, the next one is this equation shows how the total number of appetizers recipe Walter knows depends on the number of weeks she has attends culinary school. A equals W plus 19. The variable W represents the number of weeks he has attended culinary school, and the variable A represents the total number of appetizer recipe he knows. After 1 week of culinary school, how many total appetizers recipe will Walter know? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 20 appetizers, right? The is 20 appetizers is right. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And next lesson is hello. Okay, the next lesson is identify linear and non-linear functions. So, how do we identify the non-linear and linear functions? That is very easy. Just keep their names in mind. Linear function. Relate the linear with the line. That means if the function has a straight line, that would be a linear function, right? And if the function doesn't have any straight line, that means the function is a non-linear function. The graph shows how a function, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So you are given with a function, you have to see if the function is linear or non-linear, right? So just look at the line. This isn't a straight line, so that means this is a linear function. This is a non-linear function. A function whose graph is a straight line is a linear function. Let's just start with the test questions. This graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Which is the correct option? Yes, you can see the function is exactly a straight line, right? So that means the function is a linear function. The graph shows a function. Yes, that is a linear function. The function is exactly a straight line, so yes, that would be a linear function. Okay, the next one is the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Which is the correct option? That is not, that is a non-linear function. The graph is not a straight line, right? Okay, the next one is the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is a linear function. The graph is a straight line, so that would be a linear function. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? The graph is not a straight line, right? So that means that is a non-linear function. For the linear function, it is important that the graph must be a straight line. So this isn't a straight line. That means this is a non-linear function. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is does xy satisfy the non-linear function? Okay, you are given a point. You have to see that point satisfies the non-linear function. So whenever we have given with a point and you have to see if the point satisfy the function, what we have to do, we simply replace the values given in point in the equation, right? Just look at the first example. Does negative 1 4 makes the equation y equals negative 3x squared true? The point is negative 1 4, right? X is negative 1 and y is 4. So just replace the values in the equation. Y is 4, x is negative 1. That is 4 is not equal to negative 3. So the point doesn't satisfy the nonlinear function. That means the point doesn't satisfy the equation. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, does the point 0 0 satisfy the equation y equal negative 3x square? So just replace the values with a in the function. 0 0 means x is 0, y is 0. So just replace the value. 0 equal negative 3 times 0 square. 0 times 0 is 0. So yes, the function 0 0 satisfy the equation. Got it? Because both sides are equal after replacing the variables with the values and evaluating, that means yes, 0 0 is the solution of the given equation. The correct option is yes. Okay, does negative 2 negative 6 make the equation y equals x square plus 5x2? Okay, so just replace the point in the function, that is negative 2, negative 6. Equation is y equals x square plus 5x. This is the value of x and this is the y, right? Y is negative 6, x square is negative 2 square, and 5 times negative 2. Negative 2 square is 4, 2 times negative 5, 2 times negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. So negative 6 equals 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Here, so yes, both the point negative 2, negative 6 satisfy the given equation y equals x square plus 5x. Okay, the next one is, for this one, the correct option is yes. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, the next one is, does negative 6 0 make the equation y equals negative x square minus 6 true? Okay, so you are given the function that is y equals negative x square minus 6. The x value is negative 6 and y is 0, right? So 0 it is negative 6 square minus 6. So 0 is not equal to 36 minus 6 is negative 42. So they are not equal. So that means the point is not the solution of the given equation. Got it? The correct option is no. Okay, for the next one, you have to solve the next one in your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. The next one is, does 2 9 satisfy the equation? Which is the correct option? Does the point 2 9 satisfy the equation y equals x square negative negative x plus 7? So use your notebook and pencil, solve the equation and write the answer in the chat box. I'm waiting for the answers from your side. Which is the correct option? The correct option is no. 2 9 doesn't satisfy the equation. The correct option is no. Very good. Okay, the next one is, does the point 45 satisfy the equation? The equation is y equals x, which is the correct option. The correct option is no, right? The point 45 doesn't satisfy the equation y equals x, so that is no. Okay, is 7 4 a solution for the given equation y equals x plus 3, which is the correct option? The correct option is no. The point 0.74 is not the solution of the given equation. The correct option is no. Got it? Okay, the next one is, does the point 84 satisfy the equation, which is the correct option? The correct option is no. 84 is not the solution of the equation y equals to x. The correct option is no. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, and the next lesson is evaluate a nonlinear function, right? How do we evaluate the nonlinear functions? Let's just see. Okay, use the following function rule to find f of 12, right? You are given f of x equals 10x square, right? You need to calculate f of 12. That means you need to replace all the x with 12 and you have to evaluate, right? So that is 12, 10 plus x square, replace the x with 12. So that is 10 plus 12 square, and 12 square is 144. So 144 plus 10 is 154. The correct option is f of 12 equals 154. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Use the following function. Use the following function rule to find f of negative 6. You need to replace the x with negative 6. Okay, you are given the function 6, and this is the absolute value of 6, right? Absolute value means all the positive values. So here you have negative 6. The absolute value would be positive 6. So that is 6 times 6, and the correct option is 36. The correct option is 36. Got it? Use the following function rule to calculate to find f of 6, right? So replace all the x with the 6 in the given function, right? That is f of 6 equals negative 11 minus 6 square. That is negative 17 square, and 17 square is, yes, that is 289. Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the following function rule to find f of 7. So just replace all the x with 7 in the given function. So that would be 7 plus 4 is 11. So you need to evaluate 11 square. That is 121. The correct option is f of 7 equals 121. Very good. Use the following function rule to find f of 9. You have to evaluate it on x equals 9. So just replace all the x with 9. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 9, right? When you replace all the x with 9. So the correct option is 9. Very good. Use the following function rule to find f of 11. So f of x equals 2x squared. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 242. It is the correct option is 242. Use the following function rule to find f of 11. Yes, that is 3. The correct option is option number 1. Very good. Use the following function rule to find f of 9. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 6. Yes, the correct option is 6. Use the following function rule to evaluate f of 6. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 256. Use the following function rule to find f of 12. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is that is 154. Very good. The correct option is 154, right? Use the following function rule to find f of 11. So, which is the correct option? 48 it is, right? Use the following function rule to find f of 3. So, which is the correct option? Nine it is. The correct option is 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is functions, and the lessons we have covered today are they are interpret linear functions, identify linear and nonlinear functions, does xy satisfy the nonlinear functions, and evaluate a nonlinear function, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any question related to the lesson we have just finished, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.